Have you ever wondered why we feel the way we do? What triggers our happiness, our sadness, our fear? Emotions, those intangible yet incredibly powerful forces that shape our everyday lives, are a complex interplay of multiple components. They are not merely feelings, but intricate reactions that involve physiological responses, behaviors, and the very sensations we experience. Imagine emotions as a symphony, a harmonious fusion of various instruments, each playing its part. The physiological responses are akin to the rhythm section, setting the pace and intensity of our emotional experience. The feelings, on the other hand, are the melody that we consciously recognize and relate to. And the behaviors? They're the dramatic crescendos and decrescendos that manifest in our actions. But what conducts this symphony? What sparks this cascade of reactions within us? That's the enigma we're about to delve into. In the next few minutes, we'll take a fascinating journey into the science behind human emotions. To understand our emotions, we first need to delve into our brain, the command center of our feelings. Picture an orchestra, with each musician playing a distinct role, yet harmoniously contributing to the overall symphony. Our brain functions in a similar fashion. Various regions of our brain come together to create, regulate, and interpret our emotions. Three key players in this intricate process are the amygdala, hypothalamus, and prefrontal cortex. Let's start with the amygdala. Often referred to as the alarm bell of our brain, the amygdala plays a crucial role in processing emotional responses, particularly fear and anxiety. When we encounter a potential threat, it's the amygdala that sounds the alarm, triggering a series of physiological responses that prime us for action. Next, we have the hypothalamus, the brain's control center. It works closely with the amygdala and is responsible for maintaining our body's internal balance or homeostasis. When the amygdala sends out a stress signal, the hypothalamus responds by releasing hormones that prepare our body to either face the threat or run away, what we commonly refer to as the fight or flight response. Finally, there's the prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of our brain. It's the last to get involved in the emotional process, but plays a vital role in regulating our emotions. Essentially, it acts like a brake, slowing down the amygdala's alarm signals, allowing us to think and respond rather than simply react. It's the prefrontal cortex that helps us pause and consider whether that shadow in the corner is really a monster or just a pile of laundry. By working together, these three parts of the brain help generate the complex tapestry of human emotions. Whether we're laughing at a joke, crying at a movie, or jumping at a scare, it's this intricate interplay within our brain that makes it all possible. It's fascinating, isn't it? How different parts of our brain work together to create what we know as emotions. But there's more to emotions than just the brain. Ever heard of hormonal mood swings? Let's dive a bit deeper, beyond the neurons and gray matter, to explore the biochemical players in our emotional orchestra, hormones. These tiny molecules are the unsung heroes, or sometimes villains, of our emotional lives. They may be small, but their influence is mighty. Let's start with cortisol, the so-called stress hormone. When you're under pressure, your body pumps out cortisol. It's like your body's alarm system. It helps you stay alert and focused, ready to tackle the challenge at hand. But when this hormone overstays its welcome, it can lead to feelings of chronic stress and anxiety. Then there's adrenaline, the hormone that brings the thrill in a roller coaster ride, or the jitters before a big presentation. Adrenaline is responsible for the fight or flight response, priming your body for action in the face of danger. It heightens your senses and quickens your heartbeat. Its role is to keep you safe, but too much adrenaline can leave you feeling on edge. But it's not all stress and fear. Enter oxytocin, often dubbed the love hormone. This hormone plays a key role in social bonding and intimacy. It's like a warm hug in biochemical form. When it floods your system, you may feel a sense of trust, empathy, and connection. But like any good thing, too much of it can lead to dependency and overattachment. So, you see, these hormones act like messengers, carrying emotional signals from your body to your brain. They help shape your emotional responses, painting a vivid picture of how you feel in any given moment. But remember, they don't dictate your emotions. They merely influence them. In the grand scheme of things, hormones are just one piece of the emotional puzzle. They interact with other factors like your thoughts, experiences, and environment to create the unique tapestry of your emotional life. Indeed, our emotions are not just in our head, but also in our hormones. Now that we've got a handle on the brain and hormones, let's explore what actually triggers our emotions. Imagine you're walking down a familiar street and you catch a whiff of a particular perfume. Suddenly, you're swept away by a wave of nostalgia, remembering a close friend who used to wear that scent. That, my friends, is an emotional trigger, a sensory input or an event that sparks an emotional response. Emotional triggers are incredibly diverse, varying greatly from person to person. They can be rooted in personal experiences, memories, or social interactions. A song, a place, a flavor, a scent, or even a person can act as an emotional trigger. So how do these triggers lead to emotional responses? Well, it's all about associations. Our brain links certain stimuli with specific emotions based on our past experiences. When we encounter these stimuli again, our brain retrieves these associations, leading to the emotional responses we experience. For instance, if you've had a great time at a party where a certain song was playing, hearing that song later might trigger feelings of joy and excitement. On the other hand, if you've had a traumatic experience associated with a particular place, just seeing images of that location might trigger feelings of fear or anxiety. Now let's talk about social interactions. They can be potent emotional triggers too. A simple smile from a stranger can trigger feelings of warmth and happiness, while a harsh word from a colleague might trigger feelings of anger or sadness. It's important to note that our emotional responses to these triggers can be both conscious and unconscious. Sometimes we might not even realize why we're suddenly feeling a certain way until we trace back to the trigger. Our experiences and memories play a significant role in triggering our emotions, making each of us unique in how we perceive and react to the world around us. We've learned how emotions work, but why do we have them in the first place? Let's take a step back and view emotions from the grand panorama of evolution. Emotions have had a massive role to play in our survival as a species. Picture a primal man out in the wild. A sudden rustle in the bushes triggers fear and he is on high alert. This fear, this emotion, is a survival tool, helping him avoid potential threats. It's a primal biological response that has been passed down through countless generations, keeping us safe and alive. But emotions are not just about survival. They also serve as a profound means of communication. Long before the advent of language, our ancestors relied on emotional expressions to convey messages. A smile is universally understood as a sign of happiness, and a frown as a symbol of displeasure. Emotions bridge gaps, create connections, and foster social bonds. They are the unspoken language that binds us as social beings. Moreover, emotions are pivotal in decision-making. Ever had that gut feeling about something? That's your emotions at work. They guide us in making choices, often acting as the compass that steers us towards what feels right. They help us navigate the complex landscapes of life, be it deciding on a career path or choosing a life partner. But remember, emotions are double-edged swords. While they can guide us, they can also mislead us if left unchecked. It's essential to understand and manage our emotions, not letting them control us. Emotional intelligence, the ability to identify, use, understand, and manage emotions, is a crucial skill in today's world. It can lead to healthier relationships, better decision-making, and overall well-being. So, what's the takeaway? Emotions are not just fleeting feelings. They are deeply ingrained in our biology, shaping our interactions, decisions, and ultimately, our lives. They are integral to who we are as individuals and as a species. Emotions, as it turns out, are not just feelings. They are powerful tools that have shaped our survival and success as a species. We've journeyed through the brain, hormones, triggers, and purpose of emotions. But what does all this mean? We've unraveled the enigma of emotions, delved into the intricate workings of the emotional brain, and discovered the significant role of hormones in shaping our feelings. We've explored the myriad triggers that can elicit an emotional response, and the profound power and purpose that emotions hold in our lives. Our emotions, complex and multifaceted, are integral to our human experience. They guide our decisions, shape our interactions, and color our perception of the world. They are not merely reactions, but a sophisticated system deeply woven into our biology and psychology. The beauty of human emotions lies in their complexity. They are as diverse as the individuals who experience them, and as intricate as the brain that processes them. They are a testament to our shared humanity, a reminder of our capacity for empathy and understanding. In understanding our emotions, we understand ourselves a little better, and that's a journey worth taking, don't you think?